imagine you all when you're on the fence. I'm not really, but thank you very much for coming. I'm the CEO of Environment Victoria.
And I'm Russell Fisher, I'm President of Environment Victoria, and I don't know what I'm imagining.
In the room tonight we have a lot of people who have been really involved in developing this campaign, but a lot of people that we really hope we can work together with into the future. So we have people from government in the room, we have people from businesses, particularly businesses who have really been leading in sustainability. We have people from the press, so watch what you say, everyone. Unions, social sector, and our wonderful, incredibly amazing volunteers in the room. Our board and our staff are here tonight. A lot of you have worked with us in the past and know what type of organisation we are. We are the leading environment group, one of the biggest environment groups dedicated to safeguarding Victoria's environment, and we are also a peak body, so we do have lots of affiliate or group members, over 100 environment groups that work in Victoria, local environment groups, or they work on statewide or even national issues, basically who are the leaders of the environment movement. We also have thousands of supporters and members. And most of you know that we've been an organisation that works to get action. We do that in two ways. We run programs and campaigns to change the system, and we ask people to provide action to change the system. And what we mean by that is to get changes to policy, more investment in the environment. And we've worked with people for now for 40 years. Actually, October this year is our 40th birthday, so happy birthday to everyone here. We're going to party in a few weeks' time. And the second thing that we do is we actually work with communities to help them reduce their environmental impact. And we do particularly work with communities less advantaged than others, and we help them reduce their water, energy and waste. And we work with multicultural communities and the elderly and at-risk youth and low-income families. We're very proud of that work. But what we do has always been around getting action. And we've had some great successes over the 40 years, and in fact, the first environmental float anywhere in the world we were a part of negotiating. What we're thinking about in our 40th year is how do we get massive outcomes to meet the challenges that we need to meet ahead. People in this room are achieving more than we ever have before. And just last month we negotiated an outcome with the Victorian Farmers Federation and the Victorian Government to lift some restrictions on water trading and get 460 billion litres of water returned over the next 5 years to northern rivers in Victoria. Now that is a massive outcome. If you had thought you could get that outcome a few years ago, you would have thought it's not possible. Yet we achieved that, yet it's still not enough. Our rivers are going backwards, and they still will go backwards with 460 billion litres of water in them if we don't deal with issues of climate change. So whilst we're facing emergency and we're getting more outcomes than ever before, we're not making the change we need to make. So we thought, well, maybe we need to change ourselves and ramp things up big time. The scale of the problem is huge, so we need huge action. And the work that we're doing is not big enough and not having big enough impact. So we decided we needed to change that. So we're going to get big, bold and active, and that is why we want to get every single Victorian, and there's 5 million of us, to take green action in a coordinated way so that we can change the system to get better policies, and we can take action ourselves to feel proud of what we're doing. And of course we're all part of the environment, and we have the impact on the environment, so it's up to us to change it. We're all responsible. Now, I won't ask you to put your hands up, but how many of you think we're a little bit on the crazy side? 5 million's a hard task, and it's a little bit audacious. We know it won't be easy, but there's 3 things that are motivating us to do this. One is that anything that is worthwhile is hard. And trying to solve climate change is hard. Trying to get water back into rivers is hard. We need to do what's hard. And 1969, another man did what's hard. He got people to fly to the moon and land on the moon the same year that we were born. And what we see in that is one man had a vision that inspired a nation that got action in a very short period of time. And we're trying to do that. We've got a vision. It's huge. But we want to try and inspire action and lead that action to get the big, massive, huge change that we need so that our grandchildren can actually enjoy a river and live in a safe climate. The second thing is that we're actually not afraid of doing what's hard because, as I said before, we try and solve climate change and get water back into rivers, solve the waste problem, and none of those things are easy, so we're used to doing what's hard. The third thing is that we need to be smart about it, so we're not going to get 5 million people to act by going out and changing everyone's behaviour. We will try and change regulations and policies and get more investment in the environment so that we get the changes we need. And an example we use, and we talk often to the Premier about this, is he has a $38 billion transport plan that he put in place this year, whatever, and we say that's what we need for climate change. We need that scale of investment and a plan that directs us over 10 years to solve this problem, and that's what it's going to take. And if 5 million of us ask for that, that will happen. We know how to solve climate change. We know how to change our agricultural systems and our water consumption in cities. We know how to create products that are designed to be 100% recycled. We do actually know how to do that. We're just not doing it yet. So we have the solutions, but if we can mobilise 5 million people around that, rather than the ardent few that we have now, we will get huge change and we'll solve this problem very quickly.